Finish Ultimate Plus, engineered to tackle Mzansi's toughest conditions, like dry burnt-on stains, old dishwashers.
Right wingers are losing it. Yeah, no, they are. They are losing it. They're losing it a lot. They're losing it big time. But when are they not losing it? It's just like, will this be the moment? Will this be the moment that like snaps people because they're already on the verge of snapping? Or will they just go back to eating? Because remember, American culture is gun burger, right? You got gun on the one side, and then you got burger on the other side. The hope for all of us is that they are so desensitized to violence in general that they whip themselves up into a frenzy and then they go back to the burger, you know, because like Applebee's is open and there's $5 jalapeno poppers. Like I'm genuinely thinking like a real policy to like soothe the masses' discontent in this very moment in order to get ahead of potential decentralized violence coming from right-wing groups would be to just like make jalapeno poppers free at Applebee's and you know TGI Friday, stuff like that. Because like I think if that was the case, then people would just like hyper focus on that rather than wanna, I don't know, do like a self-defense style mass shooting situation at their local HBCU. So for the betterment of mankind, I think in order to cool down the right wingers right now that are very agitated and want to kill people for literally nothing that they've done, right? And assuming that this is just about like, you know, taking revenge and punishment on the left or something. In order to cool them, we have to give them like some kind of material improvement, immediate material improvement. So think of it as like a cash infusion, but this time it's just like a jalapeno infusion. It's like treats. If they were to do that, I think we could just like kind of cool down and get together and realize that we shouldn't talk to one another like this or actively pursue one another to kill them. But I don't know. I mean, I'm joking around. It's like gallows humor if you want to think about it like that. Did you see what Sneeko said about you? No, man. Listen, dude. Every fucking right winger is gonna say some shit about me today. What are you talking about? Every dumb fuck on the planet has an opinion. Every dumb fuck on the planet has a take on this matter, and most of them are going to be ideologically bound. Okay. If you're even remotely right wing, you're probably going to look at this and say, scream bloody murder. It's war. This is warfare. And we have to go fucking kill the left is the attitude that a lot of people have. Or they're not going to directly say that. Random people online are going to say that. Their fans are going to say that. But they're going to say something along the lines of like, well, this is happening because like the left is so violent. And the reason why I've consistently kept repeating myself over and over again with respect to like, you know, Charlie Kirk is because like, obviously if I was invested in like a violent means of dealing with someone like Charlie Kirk, I wouldn't be fucking going on stage with him. Okay. That's it. Why would I put myself in the, like, even if you can't comprehend it from an ideological perspective, just think from a perspective of self-interest, you know? Why would I do that? Like, just think, please, for like 3 seconds. I know it's very hard for a lot of people on the right, or anyone really, for anyone with like an ideological perspective to ever really assume that the other side is also like a normal human being. I know it's difficult for a lot of people to comprehend that, but like, it just doesn't make any sense. Okay. Thousands of children in Palestine died exactly the same way as Charlie, and no one has fixed their fingers the same way about them as they have about their fascists. Yes, it's white supremacy. Chatter. Yes. That's what it is. No one, the reality of the matter is Americans broadly do not care. They look at these incidents, they look at this death and destruction in Gaza, and they think to themselves, yeah, that's just like collateral damage. It sucks, but it's collateral damage. That's the way they analyze it. And I try to describe this to you guys over and over again. They do not care. They do not care about the humanity of Palestinians. They just care about the money that is being sent to Israel, for example. They care more about the money being sent to Israel than they care about the humanity of the Palestinians. Okay? And there is also an incredibly parasocial aspect to this as well, because like white children get slaughtered in American schools as well. And Americans don't do the flag at half mast shit for white children. They kill white babies, bro. Americans don't even care about kindergartners getting shot at. Like, this is a totally separate thing. Okay? Anyway, I have a lot of feelings. I have a lot of opinions. Everything is just like flying away. Everything is flying around in my brain, swirling around. And I don't know. I don't know where to begin. Is MLK killing about gun violence? No, MLK's killing was not about gun violence. But are you comparing Charlie Kirk to Martin Luther King? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? I think a targeted assassination by the state is a little bit different, no? Unless you personally think Charlie Kirk was like assassinated by the DNC or something. You compared him to Gaza? I didn't. A chatter just said, why do people not care about thousands of children, also human beings and children, getting killed in Gaza in the same way that they do about Charlie Kirk? And I explained to him why. Yeah, I did talk to Politico Mag. I can't let fear dictate my life. Hassan Piker on the fallout from Charlie Kirk's killing. Popular lefty streamer gets candid about sparring with a late conservative activist and his own fears about political violence. For all the obvious reasons, hearing that Charlie Kirk has been shot was shocking for Hassan. The progressive influencer Twitch streamer has a massive following, but there was another explanation for why his stomach sank. Not only had he known Kirk, he was set to debate him at the Dartmouth Political Union about young people in politics, left versus right, in just 2 weeks. And soon after, Piker watched his own death threats started to arrive. That is one fear that's always in the back of your mind when you engage in any sort of political advocacy when you do these events. As a recipient of millions of death threats at this point over the years, watching that unfold in real time was devastating. Piker said he would likely wait for the temperature to lower a little bit, but would ultimately keep doing public events. He doesn't want to live in fear. In a wide-ranging conversation, Piker also talked about his worries of a new era of decentralized violence in the United States, why Kirk found an audience among Gen Zers, and whether our political discourse can be healed. So, you cleaned your desk for this interview? No, this is not from the interview. This is, that photo is different. But look, the reason, in a lot of, like, in many respects, the reason why this is like so high profile is because he's a high profile person. He's a high profile person that was like beloved by a lot of the people that these people see as like genuine, like most Republicans see as like genuine cult leaders almost. Okay? Do you understand? That's it. That's what it is. It's like a beloved figure for them, a beloved figure of notoriety. Donald Trump gave him credit for securing the Gen Z vote and stuff. Do you understand? They want to give him a Medal of Freedom, and they're gonna pump it. They're gonna pump it. The Republicans are going to talk about this and turn this into a martyrdom and use this for political persecution. 100%. They've already started agitating in that direction. There are major demands coming from prominent Republican figures, friends of Charlie Kirk, and many others who want to punish. They want to punish people. They want to punish liberals. They want to punish the left. They believe the left and liberals are responsible for it. And I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it other than the fact that, like, an instance such as this one is understandable. I mean, it's a tragedy, right? Like, it's understandably a tragedy. It's understandable that tensions would be high in this situation. This is a disgusting environment you have created. I hope you stay safe because things seem to be heating up due to jokes you allow to fester in places like this. Stop hiding behind Palestine and justify your radical views. God bless you all. See, this is what I mean. It's like, I deal with this shit all the time. It's like pussy ass like fake threats and also very real ones, right? Like where it's like, you deserve what's coming for you. Okay. Like, can you imagine if I ran around and was saying that about Charlie Kirk? No, of course not. But that's never the expectation. You can't ever if you're on the left, you always have to have moral clarity at every given moment. And right-wingers get to fucking unironically cry as they hit you, okay? They get to say that they are victimized while they're trying to make you into a actual real victim. It's so crazy. It's so fucking nuts. It's not appropriate. It's not appropriate to be the recipient of death threats, no matter what your fucking political ideology is. But it's just like, if you're in this business, as I have been for quite a while, it's just an unfortunate byproduct. You know? That's it. Patrick Bet David clip. What is this? Calling white Nazis might do it. How dare they? Story time? What do you mean? Like, that's the other side of the story where people would just be like, hey, man, I can't believe you're calling someone a Nazi. They just want to do National Socialism. They just want to do concentration camps. Why the fuck are you calling them a Nazi? They want to do concentration camps for black and brown people. Why would you call them a Nazi for that? And it's like, you're actually the real villain for doing that. You're actually the real villain for saying, well, this is objectively a fascist policy. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. The point I always present to many others is like, let's say someone fucking shoots and kills me. What changed about your life? And I mean, the same goes for Charlie. Someone shot and killed Charlie. Let's say that person was like a leftist or something, right? It's not. There's no evidence for this. But like, did that help you at all? No, it didn't. Like, do you understand? That's why I consistently try to bring people back to argue at the legislative level, to try and make changes, to try and organize, to make changes, you know? Because as I mentioned in this Politico magazine interview as well with Adam Wren, like, this environment has been a violent one, right? Both in terms of foreign policy, both in terms of Gaza, but also this environment is also an incredibly violent one at the domestic level, right? So the more desensitized we become to these issues, the less interested we are in solving some of the underlying material inequities that frustrate people, the more decentralized violence will take place. The more that exact same kind of decentralized violence will take place because people are frustrated and there's no fucking pressure valve for them. And the more the right turns around and says, this one was a trans shooter, this one was a black shooter, it's because of, black supremacy. We got to deal with undocumented migrants, all of this and all of that. Like, instead of actually addressing the pain that people feel, okay, that causes this instability, we're just not going to change the trajectory of America. We're just going to keep killing ourselves over and over and over again and get increasingly more desensitized, increasingly more gruesome. And it's just a shitty environment to live in. That's the most basic way to explain it. It's just a shitty environment to live in.
The country is reeling after Charlie Kirk was murdered yesterday at one of his events by an assassin that clearly had to shoot like 200 yards away, one shot. All over social media, the scenes are horrific. Political violence must be condemned all the way across the board. You can disagree with somebody politically, and I disagreed with almost everything that Charlie Kirk says, and I fundamentally abhor gun violence. I abhor it. I don't think anybody should be shot and killed for having an opinion that is different from somebody else's. This has shaken us here at I've Had It to our core.